शिशाय नमः, ओम विषमाय नमः, ओम दिवाकराय समुद्रताय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्मतनवे नमः, ओम चिन्मयाय नमः, ओम गुरुमूर्तये नमः, ओम सुंदराय नमः, ओम सुलोचनाय नमः, ओम सुमुखाय नमः, ओम चर्वसाय नमः, ओम केशवाय नमः, ओम पद्मभुजाय नमः, ओम अंधगमनाय नमः, ओम चरुम्बरधरिणे नमः, ओम रमाय नमः, ओम मंदिरस्थपकाय नमः, ओम शिवचक्राय नमः, ओम गायत्री अज्वले नमः, ओम अर्पणे स्वीकारकाय नमः, ओम विष्णुपूजकाय नमः, ओम नमो नारायणेति मंत्रोपासकाय नमः, ओम स्वरमयाय नमः, ओम मधुरकंठाय नमः, ओम कृष्ण संकीर्तनरूपाय नमः, ओम स्तोत्रप्रियाय नमः, ओम इंद्रपश्यिने नमः, ओम वाग्मिने नमः, ओम चित्रकलाविशारदाय नमः, ओम व्रतधराय नमः, ओम सदवे नमः, ओम जगत्पन्थाय नमः, ओम सर्वलोकहिताय नमः, ओम भक्तप्रियाय नमः, ओम सुहृदाय नमः, ओम अनुकूलाय नमः, ओम नेयाय नमः, ओम सुदर्शनाय नमः, ओम भक्तवत्सलाय नमः, ओम प्रेममूर्तये नमः, ओम शुभेक्षणाय नमः, ओम प्रीतिवर्धनाय नमः, ओम स्वस्तिदायकाय नमः, ओम तारकाय नमः, ओम अनुग्रहाय नमः, ओम वर्धनाय नमः, ओम अर्चिताय नमः, ओम अर्थाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिप्रदाय नमः, ओम जनार्दनाय नमः, ओम मनोहराय नमः, ओम महाक्षाय नमः, ओम सिद्धेश्वराय नमः, ओम भस्मभूषिताय नमः, ओम आत्मलिंगाय नमः, ओम लिंगशनप्रोत्साहकाय नमः, ओम सिद्धिसाधनाय नमः, ओम माधवाय नमः, ओम ओंकारोपासकाय नमः, ओम सूक्ष्माय नमः, ओम विशोकाय नमः, ओम सात्विकाय नमः, ओम समदर्शिने नमः, ओम दक्षाय नमः, ओम अचिन्त्याय नमः, ओम निरंकाराय नमः, ओम निर्मोहाय नमः, ओम अव्याघ्राय नमः, ओम चित्तक्रोधाय नमः, ओम विनयशीलाय नमः, ओम सवशाय नमः, ओम कुशलाय नमः, ओम क्षमाय नमः, ओम सत्यधर्माय नमः, ओम निर्विकल्पाय नमः, ओम विरक्ताय नमः, ओम अतीन्द्रियाय नमः, ओम सत्यसंध्याय नमः, ओम पवित्राय नमः, ओम मधुरस्वभावाय नमः, ओम सुरानंदाय नमः, ओम नंदनाय नमः, ओम प्रसन्नात्मने नमः, ओम भक्तनिलये नमः, ओम सक्षये नमः, ओम समात्मये नमः, ओम सदयोगिने नमः, ओम हरये नमः, ओम सुतपाय नमः, ओम सौम्याय नमः, ओम गोयाय नमः, ओम विमुक्तात्माय नमः, ओम कबीराय नमः, ओम गुप्ताय नमः, ओम आत्मरमाय नमः, ओम श्रीनिवासाय नमः, ओम देवाय नमः, ओम ज्योतिवराय नमः, ओम धन्याय नमः, ओम गुरवे नमः, ओम दुरतिक्रमाय नमः, ओम ज्ञानाय नमः, ओम भगवते नमः, ओम हरिशरण मार्गदर्शकाय नमः, ओम कुतस्थुजकर्तकाय नमः, ओम अभिप्रायाय नमः, ओम सर्वमतसमत्याय नमः, ओम क्षमैकतभाववर्धकाय नमः, ओम प्रेमावतार श्री विश्वानंद स्वामिने नमः। आतो देवा अवतरो यतो विष्णुर्विचक्रमे पृथिव्या सप्तगामाभिः इदं विष्णुविचक्रमे त्रेतानि ददे पदं समोदमस्य पागं सुरे त्रीणि पदविचक्रमे विष्णुगोपादाभ्यहम् अतो धर्माणि धार्यन् विष्णुकर्माणि पश्यत यतो वृत्तानि पस्पश्यत् इन्द्रस्य युजः सखाः तद्विष्णोः परमं परगुं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्याः दिवि वचक्षुरा ततं तद्विप्रसो विपन्यवो जागृवागुं ससमिन्द्रते विष्णोर्यात् परमं पदम्। प्रेमवताराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वनन्दः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ प्रेमवताराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वनन्दः प्रचोदयात्। प्रेमवताराय विद्महे सद्गुरुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विश्वनन्दः प्रचोदयात्। तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। श्री कृष्ण विष्णु मधुसूदन केतवाय नारायणाच्युत त्रिविक्रम चात्रपाणे वेद्यादि सर्जधर श्रीधर वासुदेव गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। श्री रुक्मिणीश भवनाश हरे मुरारे राधेश गोप शिशुरूप भवानि वन्द्या श्री द्वारकाशय वैकुण्ठपते भुवनेकमूर्ते गोपाल देव हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। गोविन्दे नमतरूप वराहमूर्ते विक्रमाय भुवने भूराम राम श्रीरामकृष्ण यदुनन्दन कान्तिरूपा गोपाल कृष्ण हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। गोविन्द माधव मुकुन्द परापरेश दामोदरं च दलनन्दकटारिशोरि गोप गोपीजन संवृत दीनबन्धो गोपीजनाप्ति हरये तव सुप्रभातम्। क्षीराब्धिशायि भुजगानि पताकशायि सद्भक्तरे सदनशायि रमाकशायि श्री शरणागत पारिजात भक्तार्थी भञ्जन कृपाकर दीनबन्धु दिव्यन्त गायति जनाप्रिय दिव्यरूप श्रीनन्द गोपतनया तव सुप्रभातम् पद्मश्च पद्ममुख पद्मधरा प्रमेय पद्मालयस्करिव पद्मनिवास शौरी पद्मो भवाति सुरसेवित पादपद्मा पद्मादिनाथ हरये तव सुप्रभातम् वृन्दातले विहरणाय महेन्द्रवन्द्य कन्दर्पदर्पहरतिन्य सुरेशरूपा चन्द्राननाय शिवचन्दनलिप्तदेहा गोविन्दयानवरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकान्तजयन्तकय शौर्यकुमारधीरा मयङ्गदीनकविचोन सुपुष्पहार नीलाम्बुदाश शरीर रमाविहार गोपालदेव हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्णजन्मवति सत्यसुकान्तिपात्र श्रीविप्रविन्द दिवसा प्रभुपूतिकार्ये तिष्ठन्ति दीनभवने तव सेवनार्थ गोपीमनाप्ति हरये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण अच्युतानन्द मुकुन्द शौरी राधा मनोहर जनार्दन चक्रपाणे नामानि दिव्यमुनयोर्गमिषं वदन्ति ब्राह्मी मुहूर्तसमये तव सुप्रभातम् श्रीकृष्ण सुप्रभातम् ये वदन्ति अहर्निशम् भूरि कृतं महापापम् श्रीकृष्ण ईश्वर परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानन्द विग्रह अनादिरादिर् गोविन्द सर्वकरण करण गोविन्दमानि पुरुषा तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमानि पुरुषा तमहं भजामि चिन्तामणि प्रकर सर्वसुखान्तरिक्षा लक्षावृतेषु सुरवीरविपालयन्तां लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमाना गोविन्दमानि पुरुषा तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमानि पुरुषा तमहं भजामि वेणुं पलन्तमरविन्ददलायताशां भारावतं समसितं मुदसुन्दराङ्गं कन्दर्पकोटिकमनीयविशेषरूपं शेषवसुधानि विभूतिवीणां परब्रह्मनिष्कलमनन्तमशेषभूतां गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि माया हि अस्य जगदं रचितानि सूरे त्रैगुण्यतातिशयवेन विकायमाना सत्त्वबलं विपरसत्त्वविशुद्धसत्त्वं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि चिन्मयनसम्मतया मनश्रु या प्राणिनां प्रतिफलं स्मरतामुपेत लीलायितेन भुवनानि जयाजजासं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोलोकनाम्नि निजतं विचले च तस्य देवी महेश हरिनामसुतेषु तेषु ते ते प्रभावनिशया विनिकष्टयेन गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि सिद्धिसिद्धिप्रलयसाधकशक्तिरेका जयेव यस्य भुवनानि विभक्तिदुर्गा ईशानरूपमपि यस्य च चेष्टते च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि श्रीरम्यतादनिविकारविशेषयोगा सञ्जायते नैनता प्रतियास्तिरेको यच्छम्भुतामपि तथा समुपैति कार्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि दीपाचिरे वैदशन्तरमामपेत्या विहायते समानधर्मा यस्तागे वैष विष्णुतया विभाति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि यत्कारणनामवचने भजति स्म योगा दीर्घमनन्तजगनन्तसरोमकूपः आधारशक्तिमवलम्ब्य परं समूर्ति गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि यस्य कनिष्ठसितकालमतावलम्ब्य जीवन्ति लोमविरजा जगदन्तनाथः विष्णुर्महाशयस्य सदाविशेषो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि वत्साम्यताश्वशकलेषु निजेषु तेजः श्रियं क्रिया प्रकटया च विधातरात्रा रामाय ईश जगदन्तविधानकारका गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि यत्पादपानवयुगं विधिनाय पुंसा वन्दे प्रणामसमये सगनाधिराजा विघ्नानि हन्तु मनमस्य जगत्त्रयस्य गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि अग्निमयीगणमम्बुमरुदिशश्च कालस्तवं मम मनसीति जगत्त्रयाणि यस्माद्भवन्ति विभवन्ति विशन्ति यं च गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि यच्चक्षुरेषु समिता सकलाग्रहाणां राजा समस्तसुरमूर्ति अशेषतेजः यस्याज्ञया प्रमथि संवृतकालचक्रो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि गोविन्दमादिपुरुषां तमहं भजामि धर्मोत्ततापनिशया श्रुतयस्तपंसि ब्रह्मादिकीर्तपथ
Jai Gurudev, like every Saturday, we do chanting at page 61. Who want to chant can stand, and it will last 25-30 minutes. 30, 40.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Tanchayoravrimahe Gatum Yagnaya Gatum Yagnapataye Devi Swasti Astuna Swasti Manushebhyaha Urvam Chigatu Beshasham Shano Astu Dvipate Shanchatushpate Om Shanti 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 Sahasrashirsha Purushaha Sahasraksha Sahasrapad Sabhumi Vishvato Vritva Adhyatishta Dashangulam Purusha Evedagum Sarvam Yat Bhuta Yat Chabhovyam Udamritatva Sheshanaha Yadannena Tirohati Etavanasya Mahima Atojaya Gushya Purushaha Padosya Vishva Bhutani Tripadasya Mritam Divi Tripadodva Ude Purushaha Padosya Bhava Punaha Tato Vishvam Vyakramate Sashanana Shane Abhi Tasma'ad Viradachayata Virajo Adipurushaha Sajato Acharicata Paschad Bhumimato Puraha Yat Purushena Abhisha Deva Yagnamatam Vata Vasanto Asya Sidajam Grishma Idma Sharadavihi Saptasya Samparidayaha Trisapta Samida Krita Deva Yagnandantam Vana Apadnam Purusham Pashum Tayagnam Parishi Prokshana Purusham Jatamagrataha Tena Deva Ayajanta Sadyashayashaye Tasma'ad Yajna Sarvahutaha Sampritam Prashadajam Pashuvishtakre Vayavyane Aranya Gramyashaye Tasma'ad Yajna Sarvahutaha Richasamani Jagnire Chandagumsi Jagnire Tasma'ad Yashustasmad Ajayata Tasmad Ashva Ajayanta Yege Chopayadataha Gavo Ajagnire Tasmad Tasmad Jata Ajavayaha Yad Purusham Yadatu Katridavya Kalpayan Mukam Kimasya Bahu Kavuru Padavuchete Brahmano Syamukamasi Bahurajanya Kritaha Urutadasya Yadveshyaha Pabhyabhushudro Ajayata Chandrama Manaso Jataha Shaksho Suryo Ajayata Mukhanindrashchagnischa Pranadvayurajayata Nabhya Asidantariksham Shishnoyo Samavartata Pabhyam Bhumirdisha Shodrat Tata Lokagama Kalpayan Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasastu Pare Sarvani Rupani Vichitya Dhiraha Namani Kritva Bhivadanyadaste Data Purastadyamuda Jahara Shakra Pravidvam Pradishashtatasraha Tamevam Vidvan Amrita Iha Bhavati नान्या पन्था अयनाय विद्यते यज्ञेन यज्ञमय चन्त देवा तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् देहानागमहिमानः सचन्ते यत्र पूर्वे सार्याश्चन्ति देवाः अभ्यासम्भूत पृथिव्यैरसाच्च विश्वकर्मणा समवर्ततादि तस्य त्वष्टा विदधा रूपमेति तत्पुरुषस्य विश्वमाचारमग्रे वेदाहमेतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेवं विद्वान् अमृतय भवति नान्या पन्था विद्यते यनाय प्रजापतिश्चरति गर्भे अन्तः अजायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य धीरा परिजानन्ति योनिः मरीचीनां पदमिच्छन्ति वेदसः यो देवेभ्यः तपति यो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो यो देवेभ्यो जातः नमो रुचाय ब्राह्मये रुचं ब्राह्मं जनयन्तः देवा अग्रे तदा ब्रुवन् यस्त्वेवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यात् तस्य देवा संवशे रीष्यते लक्ष्मीष्टपत्न्यो अहोरात्रे पर्षे नक्षत्राणि रूपम् अश्विनो व्यातम् इष्टं मनीषाणाम् अमुं मनीषाणां सर्वं मनीषाणां तच्चयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये देवी स्वस्तिरस्तु नः स्वस्ति मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं चिगातु भेषजं शनो अस्तु द्विपदे शञ्चतुष्पदे ॐ शान्ति 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 शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्याये सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये यस्याद्विराडभक्ताय परिषाद्य पराशतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्षेणं तमाश्रये व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तिपौत्रमकल्मषं पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकततं तपोनिधिं व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाये नमो नमः अविकाराय शुद्धाय नित्याय परमात्मने सदेकरूपरूपाय विष्णवे सर्वजिष्णवे यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ॐ नमो विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे श्रीवैशम्पायन उवाच श्रुत्वा धर्मान् शेषेण पावनानि च सर्वशः युधिष्ठिरशन्तनवं पुनरेवाभ्यभाषिता श्रीयुधिष्ठिर उवाच किमेकं देवतं लोके किं वाप्येकं परायणं स्तुवन्तं कमर्चन्तः प्राप्नुयामानवः शुभम् को धर्मः सर्वधर्माणां भवतः परमो मतः किं जपमुच्यते जन्तु जन्म संसारबन्धनात् श्रीभीष्म उवाच जगत्प्रभुं देवदेवम् अनन्तं पुरुषोत्तमं स्तुवन्नामा सहस्रेण पुरुषः सततोत्थितः तमेव चर्चयन् नित्यं भक्त्या पुरुषमव्ययम् ध्यायन् स्तुवन्नमस्यं च यजमानस्तमेव च अनादिनिधनं विष्णुं सर्वलोकमहेश्वरं लोकरक्षं स्तुवं नित्यं सर्वदुःखार्तिको भवेत् ब्रह्मण्यं सर्वधर्मज्ञं लोकनकीर्तिवर्धनं लोकनाथं महाभूतं सर्वभूतापगोद्भवम् एष मे सर्वधर्माणां धर्मोऽधिकतमो मतः यद्भक्त्या पुण्डरीकाक्षं स्तवेरर्चेन्नरः सदा परमण्यो महतेज परमण्यो महातपः परमण्यो महाब्रह्म परमण्यपरायणं Pavitranam pavitram yo mangalanam cha mangalam. Devatam devatanam cha bhutanam yo vyayapita. Yata sarvani bhutani bhavantyari yugagame. Yasmin cha pralayam yanti punareva yugakshaye. Tasya loka pradhanasya jagannathasya bhupate. Vishnu nama sahasram me shriyo papa bhayavaham. Yani namani gaunani vidyatani mahatmana. Rishi vipariditani tani vakshani bhutaye. Rishi nama sahasrasya veda vyaso mahamuni. Chandro nushtuptata devo bhagavan devaki sutaha. Amritam shubhavo bijam shakti devaki nandanaha. Trisamaritayantasya shantyarte viniyuchyate. Vishnum Jishnum Mahavishnum Prabha Vishnum Maheshwaram. Aneka Rupa Detyantam Namami Purushottamam. Asya Shri Vishnu Divya Sahasranama Stotra Mahamantrasya. Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha. Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Shriman Narayano Devata. Amritam Shubhavo Bhanuriti Bijam. Devaki Nandana Shashteti Shakti. Udbhavam Shobhano Deva iti Paramo Mantraha. Shankabrinandaki Chakriti Kirakam. Shankadam Vakadadara ityastram. Radhanga Pani Rakshobhya iti netram. Trisama Samaga Sametika Vacham. Anandam Parabrahmeti Yonihi. Ritu Sudarshana Kala iti Tikbandaha. Shri Vishwarupa iti Dhyanam. Shri Mannarayana Kaikarya Rupam Prityate Jape Yoga Dhyanam. Shri Rodhan Bhatradeshe Shushimani Virasat Sekate Muktikana. Malakripta Sanastas Patikamani Nibe Muktike Manditanga. Shuprera Prera Preru Parivirachite Mukta Piyusha Vashe. Anandina Punya Daina Ninagata Shankapanir Mukunda. Bhupado Yachanavir Vyada Suranila Shanda Suyo Chaniritre. Kanavasha Shirodyo Mukamapidahano Yasya Vasteya Madbihi. Antastam Yasya Vishwam Suranarangagago Bhogi Gandharva Dete. Chitram Ram Ram Yate Tam Tribhuvana Vapusham Vishnu Visham Namami. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shaktakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham. Vishvadaram Gagana Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam. Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Vidyana Gamyam. Pande Vishnu Bhavabhayaharanam Sarvaloke Kanatam. Meghashamam Pitakausheravasam. Shrivatsankam Kaustubo Bhasitangam. Pulyopetam Pundarikaya Taksham. Vishnum Vande Sarvaloke Kanatam. Nama Samasta Bhutanam Adibhutaya Bhuprite. Aneka Rupa Rupaya Vishnave Prava Vishnave. Sashankra Chakram Sakarita Kundalam Sapita Vastram Sarasiru Ekshanam. Sahara Vakshastala Kaushubhashriyam Namami Vishnum Shirasha Chaturbhujam. Chayayam Parijatasya Emasima Sanopari. Asinam Ambudashyamam Ayataksham Alankritam. Chandranam Chaturbahum Shivat Sankita Vakshasam. Rukmini Satyabhamabhyam Sahitam Krishnamashraye. Hari Om. Vishvam Vishnu Vashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Bhuta Krit Bhuta Brahmavo Bhutatma Bhuta Bhavana. Bhutatma Paramatma Cha Muktanam Paramakati. Avyaya Purusha Sakshi Kshetrajnokshara Evacha Yogo Yoga Vidamneta Pradana Purusheshwara Narasimha Vapushiman Keshava Purushottama Sarva Sharma Shivastano Bhutari Nitiragaya Sambhavo Bhavano Bharta Prabhava Prabhurishwara Swayambhu Shambhuraditya Pushkaraksho Mahasvanaha Anadi Nidanodata Vidata Daturuttamaha Aprameyo Rishikesha Padmanabha Mara Prabhu Vishwakarma Manushvastasta Vishtasta Virodruvaha Agraya Shashvata Krishno Rohitaksha Pratardanaha Prabhutastika Bhutama Pavitra Mangalam Param Ishana Pranada Prano Jeshta Shreshta Prajapatihi Hiranyagarbha Bhugarbo Madhavo Madhusudanaha Ishvaro Vikramidam Vimedari Vikramakramaha Anuttamo Duradasha Kritakma Kritiratmavan Suresha Shanam Sharma Vishvareta Prajabhavaha Aha Samvatsaro Vyaga Pratyaya Sarvadarshanaha Ajasaveshaya Siddha Siddhi Sarvavirachitaha Vrishakapirame Atma Sarva Yoga Vinishitaha Vasu Vasumana Satya Samatma Samita Samaha Amoga Pundari Kaksho Vishakarma Vishakritihi Rudro Bahushira Bahu Vishwayoni Shushishavaha Amrita Shashvatastanu Bararoho Mahatapaha Sarvaga Sarva Vidvanu Vishwaksheno Janardanaha Vedo Veda Vidabhyango Vedango Veda Vidkavihi Lokadyaksha Suradyaksho Dharmadyaksha Krita Kritaha Chaturatma Chaturvyoha Chaturdakshra Chaturbhujaha Rajishnur Bhojanam Bhokta Sarishnur Jagadharijaha Anago Vijayo Jeta Vishwayoni Punarvasu Upendro Vamana Pramshu Ramoga Shuchirujita Adindra Samgraha Sargo Dritatmani Yamo Yamaha Vedo Veda Sadayogi Viraha Madhavo Madhu Atindriyo Mahamayo Mahotsaho Mahabala Mahabhuti Mahaviryo Mahashaktir Mahadritihi Anidresha Vapushima Mameyatma Mahadritrike Maheshvaso Mahibharta Srinivasa Satangati Aniruddha Suranando Govindo Govidampati Marichita Manohamsa Suparno Bhujagotama Hiranyanava Sutapa Padmanabha Prajapati Amritu Sarvadritsima Sandata Sandimam Siraha Ajo Durmarshana Shashta Vishudatma Surarya Guru Guru Tamodama Satya Satya Parakramaha Nimisho Nimishashavi Vajaspati Rudavarihi Agrani Gramani Shriman Nyayo Neta Samiranaha Sahasramurta Vishwatma Sahasraksha Sahasrapat Avartano Nivrittatma Samvrita Sampramadanaha Ahasamvarta Govani Rani Rodarani Daraha Suprasada Prasanatma Vishwadrutvishwa Bhukti Bhuhu Satkarta Satkrita Sadhu Janu Narayano Naraha Asankheyo Prameyatma Vishishta Shishta Kurchuchihi Siddhartha Siddha Sankalpa Siddhida Siddhi Sadhanaha Vishavi Vishavo Vishnu Vishaparva Vishodaraha Vardhano Vardhamanascha Vivikta Shruti Sagaraha Subhujo Duraro Vagni Mahendro Vasudo Vasuhu Nekarupo Brihadrupa Shivi Vishta Prakashanaha Ojastejo Vididara Prakashatma Pratapanaha Vridaspastaksharo Mantra Shvagram Shubhashkarajiti Amritam Shubhabhopanu Shashabindu Sureshwaraha Oshadam Chakatasetu Satya Dharma Parakramaha Bhutabhaya Bhavanata Pavana Pavano Nalaha Kama Kama Trikanta Kama Kama Prata Prabhu Yugari Krit Yugavarto Nekamayo Mahashanaha Adrisho Vyaktarupacha Sahasrajitanandajite Ishto Vishishta Shishteshta Shikandina Usho Vrishaha Rodaha Roda Kritkarta Vishwabhahur Mahidaraha Achyuta Pratita Prana Prana Lovatsavanujaha Abhami Vira Vishtanam Apramata Pratishtitaha Skanda Skanda Garodulyo Varado Vayuvahanaha Vasudevo Brahapanu Adideva Purandaraha Ashokastara Nastara Shura Shori Janeshwaraha Anukula Shatavarta Padmi Padmani Vikshanaha Padmanabhora Vindaksha Padma Garbha Sharira Vrite Maharti Vriddho Vridapna Mahakshokarudadvajaha Atula Sharabho Bhima Samayagno Avirharihi Sarva Lakshana Lakshanyo Lakshmi Vansamitinjayaha Viksharo Hito Margo Hetu Damodarasaha Mahidaro Mahabhago Vekavalammitashanaha Udbhavaksho Manodeva Shigarbha Parameshwaraha Karanam Karanam Karta Vikarta Gahanoguvaha Vyavastayo Vyavashtana Samstana Stana Dotruvaha Parati Paramasvashta Tushta Pushta Shivekshanaha Ramo Viramo Virajo Margo Neyom Nayom Nayaha Vira Shakti Matam Shrishto Dharmo Dharma Viduktamaha Vaikunta Purusha Prana Prana La Prana Mapratuhu Hiranya Garbha Shatrunyo Vyapto Vayura Dokshajaha Ritu Sudarshana Kala Parameshti Parigraha Uga Samvatsaro Daksho Vishramo Vishradakshinaha Vishrastavarastanu Parmanam Vichamavyayan Arto Narto Mahakosho Mahabhogo Mahadanaha Anirvinasta Vishtopur Dharma Yupo Mahamakaha Nakshatra Nemi Nakshatrik Shama Shama Saminanaha Yajna Ijo Mahejasha Krato Satam Satangatihi Sarvadarshini Muktatma Sarvagyo Jnananuttama Surata Sumukha Sukshma Sugosha Sukata Surte Manoharo Jitakrodo Virabhago Vidaranaha Svapana Svapasho Vyapi Nekatma Nekakarma Krite Vatsaro Vatsalo Vasiratna Garbhodaneshwaraha Dharma Gutama Vitarmi Sadaksharama Saksharam Avignata Sahasrakshu Vidata Krita Lakshanaha Gavasti Nemi Satvasta Simo Bhuta Maheshwaraha Adidevo Mahadevo Devesho Deva Putpuruhu Uttaro Gopati Gopta Jnana Zamya Puratanaha Sharira Bhuta Bhutbhokta Kapindro Bhuri Dakshinaha Soma Pumritapa Soma Purujit Purusatamaha Vinayo Jaya Satya Sando Darshana Sattva Pampatihi Jivo Vinaita Sakshi Mukundo Mita Vikramaha Ambo Nidiranantakma Mahodadishayontakaha Ajo Maha Svapavyo Jita Mita Pramodanaha Anando Nandano Nanda Satya Dharma Trivikramaha Mahashika Pivacharya Kritagno Medini Patihi Kripada Sri Chadyaksho Mahashika Kritanta Krita Mahavaraho Govinda Sushena Kanagangari Guyo Gabiro Gaharo Gopta Shakra Gadadaraha Veda Swango Jita Krishno Tuta Sankarshano Chitaha Varuno Varuno Vrisha Pushkarasho Mahamanaha Bhagavan Bhagavanandi Vanamali Alayudaha Adityo Jyotiraditya Savishnu Gati Sattamaha Sudamba Kanda Parashudharuno Dravina Pradaha Divasmrit Sarva Drigyasyo Vachaspati Rayonijaha Krishama Sama Gasama Nirvana Pesha Shambhishaka Sanyasa Krishama Shanto Nishta Shanti Parayanam Shupanga Shanti Nashashta Kumunda Kuvaleshayaha Govito Gopati Gopta Vishabhaksho Vishapriyaha Anivakti Nivritama Samsheta Shema Kritsivaha Shri Vatsavaksha Shri Vasa Shri Pati Shri Matambaraha Shri Rashisha Shri Nivasa Shri Nidhi Shri Vipavanaha Shri Dharashikara Shreya Shri Malokatraya Shreyaha Vaksha Sangha Satanando Nanti Jyotir Ganeshwaraha Vichitatma Videyatma Sakirti Shinga Samshayaha Udina Sakata Shakshur Anisha Shashvata Stiraha Bhushayo Bhushano Bhutir Vishoka Shokanashanaha Achismamachita Kumbho Vishuddhatma Vishodhanaha Aniruddho Pradirada Pradyumno Mitra Vikramaha Kalani Nini Avira Shuri Shurajaneshwaraha Trilokatma Trilokesha Keshava Keshiha Harihi Kama Deva Kama Pala Kami Kanta Kritagamaha Anirvesha Vapu Vishnu Viro Nanto Dhananjayaha Brahmanyo Brahma Vibrahma Brahma Brahma Vivardhanaha Brahma Vibrahmano Brahmi Brahmanyo Brahmana Priyaha Mahakramo Mahakarma Mahateja Mahoragaha Mahakratur Mahayajva Mahayagno Mahaavihi Savyastava Priya Stotra Sudhi Stotaranam Priyaha Purna Purayita Punya Punya Kirtinanamayaha Manojavastikakaro Vasurita Vasupradaha Vasuprado Vasudevo Vasu Vasu Manaharihi Satkati Satkati Satta Sadhuti Satparayanaha Shurasrino Yadushesha Sanivasa Suyamunaha Bhuta Vasu Vasudeva Sarvasu Nilayo Nalaha Darpaha Darpado Durto Durdarota Parajitaha Vishwamurti Mahamurti Dipta Murti Ramurtiman Aneka Murti Avyakta Shata Murti Shatavanaha Eko Neka Savakam Kim Yatat Paramanuttama Loka Bandhu Lokanato Madhavo Bhakta Vatsalaha Suvarna Varno Emango Varanga Shandanangadi Vira Harishama Sunyo Krita Shiracharascharaha Amani Manavo Manyo Loka Swami Triloka Trike Sumeda Meda Jodanya Satya Meda Dharadharaha Tejo Vrisho Dhutidara Sarva Shashtra Pritambaraha Pragraho Nigraho Vyakro Neka Shingo Gadagrajaha Chaturmurti Chaturbahu Chaturvyuha Chaturgatihi Chaturatma Chaturbhava Chaturveda Videkapat Samagato Nivritagma Durjayo Duratikramaha Durlavo Durgamo Durgo Duravaso Durariyaha Shubhamo Lokasharanga Sutantu Vardhanaha Indra Karma Mahakarma Krita Karma Krita Gamaha Udbhava Sundara Sundro Ratnanava Surochanaha Arko Bhajashana Shri Jayanta Sarva Vijayi Suvarna Rindu Rakshobhya Sarva Bhagishwareshwaraha Maharato Mahagarto Mahabhuto Mahanidhi Kumudra Kundara Kunda Parjanya Pavano Nilaha Amrita Shodhana Vapu Sarvajna Sarvato Mukaha Subhava Sumanasita Saruji Kshatrutavanaha Nakrodo Tumbaro Satra Sharuratra Nishudanaha Sahasrashri Saptajiva Saptega Saptavahanaha Amurtevana Roshikyo Bhaya Kripaya Nashanaha Anubrihat Vishastulo Guna Brinirguno Maha Adita Sadhata Sasya Prabham Shobham Shavardhanaha Parakritkatito Yogi Yogisha Sarvakamadaha Ashama Shamana Shama Suparno Vayuvahanaha Danudaro Danurvedo Dando Damaritadamaha Aparajita Sarvasaho Niyanta Niyamo Yamaha Satvama Satvika Satya Satya Dharma Parayanaha Abhipraya Priyarora Priya Kriti Vardhanaha Vihaya Sagati Jyoti Suruchi Utta Bhukti Bhuhu Ravi Virochana Surya Savitara Virochanaha Ananta Uta Bhukta Sukha Lone Kado Grajaha Virnasanamashri Lokadustanamabhutaha Sanatanatama Kapila Kapiraveyaha Swasti Rat Swasti Krit Swasti Swasti Bhut Swasti Dakshinaha Arora Kundali Chakri Vidyamujita Shashanaha Shabdadika Shabdasaha Shishira Savarinkaraha Akrura Peshano Daksho Dakshinakshaminnambaraha Vidyatamo Vidabhaya Punya Shravana Kirtanaha Uttarano Dushkireka Punyo Dusvapanashanaha Viraha Rakshana Santo Jivana Paryavastitaha Anantarupa Ananta Shri Jita Mayurpayapa Chaturashoka Viratma Vidisho Vyadisho Nishaha Anaripurvo Lakshmi Suviro Ruchiranganaha Janayo Janma Janmadi Bhimo Bhima Parakramaha Adara Nilayo Data Pushpahasa Prajakaraha Urvana Satpatajara Pranada Pranavapanaha Pramanam Prana Nilayam Prana Prana Jivanaha Tattvam Tattvam Vivekatma Janma Mrityu Jaradikaha Bhurubhuva Swasarustara Savita Prapitamanaha Yajno Yajnapati Yajna Yajnango Yajnavahanaha Yajna Vrityajna Krityajni Yajna Bhutyajna Sadhanaha Yajna Vratit Yajna Muya Mana Mana Varevacha Atma Yoni Swayam Chato Venkana Samagayanaha Devaki Nandana Shashta Krishtisha Papanashanaha Shankha Vrinanda Ki Chakri Shankar Dhanva Gadadaraha Ratanga Pani Rakshobhya Sarva Praharanayudaha Shri Sarva Praharanayuda Om Namah Iti Vanamani Gadi Shangi Shangi Chakri Chanandaki Shriman Narayano Vishnu Vasudevo Virakshato Vanamani Gadi Shangi Shangi Chakri Chanandaki Shriman Narayano Vishnu Vasudevo Virakshato Vanamani Gadi Shangi Shangi Chakri Chanandaki Shriman Narayano Vishnu Vasudevo Virakshato Shri Bhishma Uvacha Ididam Kirtaniyasya Keshavasya Mahatmanaha Nama Sahasra Nivyanam Ashishena Prakirtitam Yahivan Shrinayam Nityam Yashapi Parikirtayet Nashumam Prapnuyat Kinchit Somutreha Chamanavaha Vedanta Gopramana Shakshatriyo Vijay Pavet Veshodhana Savritasya Shudra Sukhamavapnuyat Dharmakti Prapnuyat Dharma Martakti Chartamapnuyat Dharmamavapnuyat Kami Prajanti Chapnuyat Prajam Bhakti Marga Sadhutaya Shachisha Kaptamanasaha Sahasram Vasudevasya Namaneta Prakirtayet Yasha Pranoti Vipulam Yati Pradhanyamevacha Achalam Shriyam Apnoti Shreyam Pramnotyanuttama Nabhayan Vachirapnoti Viryam Tejasya Vindati Bhagatya Buddhutimam Balarupa Gunamvitaha Rogato Muchyate Rogat Bhado Muchyeta Bandhana Bhayam Muchyeta Bhitashtu Muchyeta Panaha Paraha Yogamyatitaratashu Purusha Purushottama Suvannama Sahasrena Nityam Bhakti Samamvitaha Vasudeva Shrayomatyo Vasudeva Parayanaha Sarva Papa Vishuddhatma Yati Brahma Sanatanam Navasudeva Bhaktanam Ashubhan Vidyade Kvachite Janma Mrityu Jaravyati Bhayam Nevopachayate Imam Stavam Adhyana Shraddha Bhakti Samamvitaha Vijetatma Sukhakshanti Shridriti Smriti Kirtibhihi Nakrodo Nachamasaryam Naro Bona Shubhamatihi Bhavanti Krita Punyanam Bhaktanam Purushottame Yoshan Shantraka Nakshatra Khamti Shobhurma Hotadihi Vasudevasya Viryena Vitritahi Mahatmanaha Sasura Gandharvam Sayakshoragarakshasam Jagapashevatatetam Nishasya Satcharacharam Indriyani Manobhuti Satam Tejo Param Dritihi Vasudevatmagam Jahut Kshetram Kshetragnarevacha Savagamanamachara Pradhanam Parikirpate Achara Prabodharmo Dharmasya Prabhurachitaha Vishayo Pitaro Deva Mahabhutani Ratavaha Jagana Jaganam Kshetram Jagam Narayano Bhavam Yogo Jnanam Tata Sagyam Vidya Shilpati Karmacha Veda Shastrani Vijnanam Etat Sarvam Janardana Eko Vishnu Mahabhutam Pritag Bhutanyanekashaha Trim Lokam Vyapya Bhutatma Bhukte Vishvabhukabhyaha Imam Stavam Bhagavato Vishnu Vyasena Kirtitam Padre Ichil Purusha Shreya Praptam Sukhanicha Vishveshwaram Ajam Devam Jagata Prabhumabhyayam Pajanti Te Pushkaraksham Yate Yanti Parabhavam Nate Yanti Parabhavam Om Namah Iti Arjuna Uvacha Padma Patra Vishalaksha Padma Nama Surotama Bhaktanamanurakthanam Trata Bhava Janardana Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Yomam Nama Sahasrena Shrutum Vichanti Pandava Sohamekena Shlokena Stuta Eva Na Samshaya Stuta Eva Na Samshaya Om Namah Iti Vyasa Uvacha Vasanat Vasudevasya Vasistam Bhuvanatrayam Sarva Bhutani Vasosya Vasudeva Namostute Shri Vasudeva Namostuta Om Namah Iti Parvati Uvacha Krenopayena Laguna Vishnu Nama Sahasrakam Patyate Pandite Nityam Shrotum Ichamyaham Prabhu Ishvara Uvacha Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Rama Varanane Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Rama Varanane Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Rama Varanane Shri Rama Nama Varanana Om Namah Iti Brahma Uvacha Namostanantraya Sahasramurtaye Sahasrapadakshi Shirorubhave Sahasranamne Purushaya Shashvate Sahasrakoti Yugadharine Namaha Sahasrakoti Yugadharina Om Namah Iti Sanjaya Uvacha Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Pato Ganurdara Tatra Shirvijayo Bhuti Dhruva Nitirmatir Mama Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ananya Shintayanto Mam Yejana Paripasate Tesham Vidyapi Uktanam Yogakshevam Vahamyaham Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Saduskritam Dharma Samstapanarthaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge Artha Vishashitya Shabita Goreshu Shagatishu Vartamana Sankirtya Narayana Shaktamatram Vimukta Dukha Sukhino Bhavantu Kayena Vacha Manasendriyerva Buddhyatmana Va Prakrite Svabhavat Karomi Yajat Sakalam Parasme Narayana Yeti Samarpayami Iti Shri Vishnu Sahasranama Stotram Sampurnam Ato Deva Avantu No Yanto Vishnu Vichakrame Tridivya Sapta Dharmapihi Nijam Vishnu Vichakrame Tretani Prate Padam Samudamasya Bhagum Sure त्रीणि पदा विचक्रमे विष्णुर्गोपादाभ्यः अतो धर्माणि दायेन विष्णुकर्माणि पश्यत यतो वृतानि पस्पसे इन्द्रस्य युजसगाः तद्विष्णोः परमं पदगुं सदा पश्यन्ति सूर्यः दिवेव चक्षुरततं तद्विप्रस्थो विपन्यवो जागृवागुं ससमिन्दते विष्णुर्यत् परमं पदम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः सहस्रशीर्षं देवं विश्वक्षं विश्वशम्भुवं विश्वं नारायणं देवम् अक्षरं परमं पदं विश्वतः परमा नित्यं विश्वं नारायणगुं हरिं विश्वं देवेदं पुरुषस्तद्विश्वमुपजीवति पतिं विश्वस्यामेश्वरगुं शाश्वतगुं शिवमच्युतं नारायणं महाज्ञेयं विश्वात्मानं परायणं नारायण परो ज्योतिरात्मा नारायण परः नारायण परं ब्रह्म तत्त्वं नारायण परः नारायण परो ध्याता ध्यानं नारायण परः यच्च किञ्चित् जगत् सर्वं दृश्यते श्रूयतेऽपि वा अन्तर्बहिष्टतत् सर्वं व्याप्य नारायण स्थितः अनन्तमव्ययं कविगुं समुद्रेन्द्रं विश्वशम्भुवं पद्मकोशाप्रतीकाशगुं हृदयं चाप्यधोमुखम् अधो निष्ठाविद्रष्ट्यां तेनाभ्यामुपरि तिष्ठति ज्वालमालाकुलं भाति विश्वस्यायतनं महत् सन्ततगुं शिलाभिस्तुलं भक्त्या कोशसन्निभं तस्यान्ते सुशिरगुं सूक्ष्मं तस्मिन् सर्वं प्रतिष्ठितं तस्य मध्ये महानग्निर्विश्वचिर्विश्वतोमुखः सोऽग्रभूविभजन्तिष्ठन्नाहारमजरः कविः तीर्यगोर्वामदशैरश्मयस्तस्य सन्तता सन्तापयति स्वं देहमापादतलमस्तकः तस्य मध्यैव निशिका अनियोर्वा व्यवस्थितः निरतो यदमध्यस्तद्विद्युल्लेखे बभास्वरात् निवारशुकवत्तन्विपीतभास्वत्यनुपमा तस्या शिखाय मध्ये परमात्मा व्यवस्थितः स ब्रह्म स शिवः स हरिसेन्द्रः सोऽक्षरः परमस्वरात् ऋतगुं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् उर्वरितं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम्
अज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः. Jai Gurudev, good morning. So yesterday Vandana in the morning spoke about King Bharat and then how he transforms or he changes his life and he becomes then Jada Bharata after being a deer. And at the beginning when he was giving his satsang, if you remember, or if you were here, or if you were listening, or if you know it, he said that King Bharat was one of the sons of Rishabhadeva. Rishabhadeva was this great incarnation of the Lord. And there is an instance in the life of Lord Rishabhadeva in Canto 5, in the first chapters, where he tells his sons what's the right way to behave, what's the right way to go about in one's life. And there is a specific verse in Canto 5, chapter 5, verse 5. Parabhavasthavadabhota jatum yavanna jigyasatatma tattvam yavat kriyastavadidam manove karmatmakam yena sharira bandaham. The real nature of the soul remains obscure due to ignorance only so as long as the jiva does not inquire into the truth about the spirit. Again, so long as actions continue to be performed, the mind remains disposed to activity. And it is due to such a mind that the jiva remains tied to a body. So in all of these teachings, one of the main points of Lord Vrishabhadeva is that the problem of humans is that we are too attached to this material world. We are too attached to our senses. We want too much. The pleasure that derives from these senses. Even though we realize very quickly that whatever is pleasure doesn't last as pleasure for that long. But despite having continuously the same experience of wanting something, desiring something, liking something, having the pleasure coming from it, and then the reaction of it that is the opposite, we still look for it. And then throughout this great teaching, he explains how the real nature of the soul remains obscure due to the ignorance that we have inside of us. Now, we have the knowledge inside, but ignorance is veiling it. Ignorance is what doesn't allow us to get and access that knowledge. And so he says that ignorance will stay there only so long as the jiva does not inquire into the truth about the spirit. So you have to inquire on the truth about the spirit. You have to want to know more. You have to want to understand more about yourself, about reality, about God, to go deeper into that realization of why am I here, who am I? And I call them the Swami Niruddha questions, because if you speak to Swami Niruddha, you will always end up saying, who are you? Why are you here? Who is God? And these are the main questions that not only Swami Niruddha asked himself in life, but I think for a very long time, humans asked themselves this question. And one of the main points of the spiritual path, and the reason why is sometimes not that easy, is because it's very easy to ask ourselves a question. For example, Aradhaka comes here, plays a great bhajan, great melody, amazing, sounds great. And so you can ask yourself, wow, what is that? And the answer is a bhajan, easy answer. So you're like, oh, wow. So when you see Guruji and you think, wow, what is that? What is he emanating? What is that thing that I can feel? And he can answer and says, oh, that's God's realization. That is the knowledge of the self that is being absolutely grounded. That is the spiritual path. And that's a nice answer. And you're like, okay, nice. The same as with Aradhaka. And you say, what is that? And he says, it's a bhajan. And then you can even ask him, okay, how do I learn it? And I don't know if you ever asked Aradhaka to teach you how to learn a bhajan or melody. But Aradhaka is great in many things, but he will talk to you as if you are a great musician. So he will start to tell you things that you have no idea about. Like harmonics and little things that you can add here and there, little notes in between notes, and he will start to say things that you have no idea about. And immediately, after asking a question, so what is about the bhajan? What is it about the spirit? What is it about God? Immediately, you realize, oh, it's not that easy to understand. It's not that close to get as desire is. Yeah. Prayers will finish. Breakfast is there. It's much closer thing. What is that thing that I feel in my stomach? Oh, it's hunger. How do I stop it? I have some food. Does it have to be a specific type of food? No. It can be many types of food. Some we will like more, some we will like less. But it will stop that problem very quickly compared to what is that emptiness inside, what is that feeling that I have that I belong to something but I still don't grasp exactly what it is. And as you know, it's not that easy to be stopped as when you go to have some food. And so Rishabhadeva is very clear saying that ignorance will stay there until you inquire into the truth about the spirit. And inquiry doesn't have to be just a random inquiry, you randomly walk around and you ask questions. As we learn from the Bhagavad Gita, from chapter 4, you have to have an extensive inquiry. You have to go to someone who has that knowledge, that can give you that knowledge, because that type of ignorance cannot just be abandoned that easily with some books or some YouTube video or some reels. They're good to spark something inside of us. They're good to give us this appetite. But then to satiate it is just actually very complicated. And you have to go to someone who has that knowledge, who can give you that food that is very good to dispel that darkness and that ignorance. And then Guruji, because he is very good in many things, but also when he writes those tweets, he puts something inside of them that is so precious and valuable. And many times, actually I don't know your experience, but as soon as he tweets, many times I read it and I think, wow, nice. But I don't really understand it immediately, first. And second, it was a nice read because maybe I was doing something and he just tweeted, and then, you just want to read it. Read what he says, read what he might be thinking or what he wants to tell the world. Then it goes away. And then if you let some time pass by and you go back to the tweets, you will find some of them and you realize, wow, what he wrote is amazing. What's inside there is so deep, is so valuable, and I didn't at all grasp it at the beginning. And so when Guruji speaks about something exactly related to what Rishabhadeva is saying, on the 21st of May, he says, what does it mean to come back to one's true self? To come back to one's true beloved Bhagavan? Spiritual people often get scared on the path because everything seems to disappear. People you have known for years suddenly may not be in your life anymore because your path have diverged. Interests that you developed for a long time may not seem so fascinating anymore. So what's left? When God realization is your only goal in life, what truly happens? In a strange way, everything seems to fall apart, rather than become peaceful. Your intellect that could so easily navigate complex situations may start to fail you in the most simple instances. Your body, which was always healthy, may suddenly seem like it's struggling with many discomforts or illnesses. A comfortable life may suddenly become very uncomfortable. And then the spiritual person starts getting scared and having doubts. Is it truly spirituality? I didn't ask for all this. Why is God doing this to me when I only wanted to love him and be close to him? And many other such painful questions. And that's exactly what Rishabhadeva is talking about. There is a path in the material world that in a very interesting and cunning way, it's nice. I think we all had it, other than some of us who grew up already very spiritual because of our parents. But many of us come from not that environment. Yeah? We came from the world. We come from desire. We bring that desire into the spiritual path. It would be amazing if you just decide to become spiritual and then out of nowhere you just abandon desire. You don't want anything anymore from the outside and you only want God. But as Guruji reminded me and told me very often, he said that the problem of spiritual people on the spiritual path is that we want to come to an ashram, we want to abandon everything on the outside, and we come here thinking that we abandon the world, but actually when we come here, we bring the world from outside on the inside. And so all those desires, all these attachments, all those different things that we were attached to, we don't leave them on the outside, but with the excuse of being spiritual, we bring them in, and then we put this tag of being spiritual. And when real spirituality hits, then we start to have doubts, or we start to suffer, because Guruji is very clear in what he writes here. You start to have doubts, and you're getting scared because what you thought was spiritual out of a sudden is not that spiritual anymore. You thought you were very spiritual before, and then you realize, oh wow, the more I go on the spiritual path, the less spiritual I am. How does it work? And is my understanding of what spiritual means the right one? So again, these are all questions that you ask yourself while you inquire about the spirit, about who you truly are, about your true self. And Guruji says, amongst all those doubts and questions and problems, you have to check within your heart. When you determine that God realization is the goal of your life, were you sincere? That opens up a big can, sincerity. It's complicated. People come to you and they ask you, are you sincere? Yes. Yes, in some things. But if you're ignorant, and by definition, ignorance is something that veils knowledge. Yeah. So knowledge is what you know. How sincere can you be about yourself? How sincere can you be about the others? Yesterday, I was just having a brief conversation with Jagapatidas, and we spoke about hypocrisy that goes hand in hand with sincerity. And while I was thinking about, and we were having that conversation, one of the things that strikes you the most when you talk about hypocrisy and sincerity is that it's very easy to talk about other people's hypocrisy, because it's easy to spot. It's just outside. There's so much you don't know, but because of the effort of just thinking that you know, or just deciding that you know about some people and what they go through, or what they should be doing, or how they should be, you decide that they are not sincere and they are hypocrites. Yeah, it's an exercise we all do. We all judge. I guess we all share that beautiful practice of the mind that is judgment. And throughout that judgment, we decide how people should be and how they should behave, or we look at a booklet and we say, okay, Swamis should be doing this, managers should be doing that, event team people should do this, musicians should be like this, pujaris should be like this, audio mixing people should be like that. And we always take this understanding that we have and we put it to the highest or very high degree, and we decide a musician has to catch all the notes. I don't know if you ever have this thing. When somebody's playing the harmonium and they're playing the melody and they get the wrong note, even if it's somebody very experienced, Katyayani, Vinidradasi, Aradhaka, all musicians, they get the wrong note, there's a part of your brain that thinks, look at that. Big musicians, and then you press the wrong button. But if any of you ever try to play a melody, ever try to play the harmonium, you know that it's very easy to get the wrong key. It's very easy to just press the wrong one. Or maybe you're sliding through notes and the harmonium is very sensitive. So you slightly touch one of those C sharps or D sharps and they just make the note. But very quickly with our mind, we judge, we make our decision, and in that we bring a problem. So if you take a bigger topic as a spiritual path and we talk about sincerity, it's very easy to get busy thinking about the other people. But as we quickly realized, and we spoke about yesterday with Jagapatidas, it's very easy to think about the other people hypocrisy and their lack of sincerity on the spiritual path, because it will help you not to think about your own hypocrisy and your own sincerity. Because if you take the time to think about your own hypocrisy, you realize there's not much time left in your day to think about other people. Because there is so much that we can change. There is so much that we can fix. Around a year ago, I was in my room, I was singing, and Guruji opens the door. He's very upset. just very upset. He just comes in my room, opens the door, very upset. He stares at me and he says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm singing and he says, "Why?" He said, "Because I'm singing for God." I was just doing some Shrivitala Giridhari Parabrahmanenama. And he says, "Oh, come on, stop it." And he just comes inside, super angry, and just sits on the chair and he starts to trash many, many people. And he starts to talk about this guy and that person and this brahmachari, that brahmacharini, that devotee, this devotee. And I'm just sitting there thinking, what is going on? What happened? What happened? And then he stops and he says, "Yeah, because you all think that you are great, great people." So he said that and I thought, not really so much. I do many times. Yeah, I might think that I'm great, but most of the time, I don't think actually that I'm that great. But you don't tell him these things, just think them. So it's your own inner process. And then he says, "Oh, you think, just because you're wearing orange, you're great?" And that was a question. So I say, "No," because it's true. I don't think that these clothes give greatness. They're a great possibility. There's a great blessing behind. There's a great potential, maybe. But I don't believe that just you wear them and you become a great personality or you're deemed to be a saint or anything like this. So he says, "You think you're great just because you're a Swami?" And I say, "No." He said, "Do you think?" And he starts to point around in the apartment where the other Swamis live. And he says, "You think he's great? And you think he's great? And you think that one is great?" No, because they don't know who I am and they didn't realize God. And then he turns to me very clearly, looks at me in the eyes and says, "Not even you." As if there was a doubt. I knew it. So I think, yeah, it makes sense. But every time he tells these things, I think, why? Why is everything I can have so accessible? For us, the Sadguru is there. How many have the Sadguru giving darshans monthly around the world, everywhere, in different places so that you can reach him? The residents of SPN have, most of the time, at least one darshan a month. It's very accessible. And then in my own experience, Guruji is so close physically to me and he's so accessible, and yet I'm far away. And I think everything goes down to that question that Guruji is asking in this tweet. When you determine that God realization is the goal of your life, were you sincere? And I think that question is not a question that you ask yourself once. It's not a question you ask yourself 10 years ago, 9 years ago, 5 years ago, or when you met him last year. That's a question you ask yourself every day. That's a question you ask yourself in every action that you do. Everything that you perform, everything that you do with the intention that there is behind an action. There is that fundamental question at the bottom that says, am I sincere in my spiritual path or not? Because if the answer is yes, all your actions will just go connected to that intention behind. And then you might make mistakes, because it doesn't mean that having that question at the beginning of an action will make you a great saint. It doesn't mean that will make you a great person. It doesn't mean that will not make you make mistakes. We should, and we will make mistakes anyway, but the intention was right. The intention behind was, I believe that this action will bring me closer to God. I think he will bring me closer to that goal that I decided, that is God's realization. Because again, in the verse of Rishabhadeva, he says that ignorance will be there and it will obscure the soul, the nature of the soul, only as long as the jiva does not inquire into the truth about the spirit. So as long as this machine that we have, the jiva, the body, the mind, all of these things put together, as long as we don't inquire and we focus them sincerely on wanting God, it will be just an obstacle in our realization. And so Guruji says, if you were sincere, then trust Bhagavan. Trust him that he knows what to bring to you and what to take away. Trust him that even if everything else disappears, he will make himself more and more visible to you. He will become the true reality of your life. He will show you how he has always walked beside you. When the Lord of the universe is coming close to you, why worry about anything else? Everything else disappearing or appearing, it won't matter at all to a person single-pointedly focused on him. Bhaktas who have taken Sharanagati at the feet of the Sadguru should never fear anything. Focus on his feet in your heart with all your energy and determination. And then Guruji says something fundamental in that path, and that will help you to be sincere in that God realization goal. At least that's what's helping me a lot since I met him always. Guruji says, let him take care of you. Let him pour his infinite grace and make this life the last one in which you are shackled to the material world. Let him reveal himself in your life, have faith, and keep working to transform yourself. Imagine how beautiful it would be to truly see him walking next to you. It would be awesome to actually have the experience, even right now while you give a satsang, to feel him or to actually see him sitting here talking. Being the one with you always, in every moment, the nice ones and the bad ones. And in one way, I think many of us do have that experience. I do feel Guruji is there. When I'm talking, I do feel Guruji is there. Actually, in every moment, Guruji is kind of my obsession. In a very good way. I wish you all have this obsession. Because, and we often talk about it with Rishananta Jitadas, because somehow Guruji has this capacity to dwell in your mind, in everything. And of course, for some it's easier to have Guruji in your mind constantly because you might read what he writes a lot, you might listen to his satsangs a lot, and so that continuous conversation that is not only digital happening in your screen while he speaks and is recorded, but goes on because it's about meditating, about asking, but what did you actually mean, Guruji, in that thing? It's that's the inquiry, because also a misunderstanding of inquiring with the Sadguru is that you have to go to him and keep asking questions to him, but you can keep asking questions inside of your mind while you have that satsangs going on and repeat in your mind. And so this obsession helps because he's always there, so it's always this continuous conversation. And for some of us who had spent a lot of time around him, every time I wash my hands, I can hear his voice. Don't waste water. Every time I wash and I rinse a cup of tea, after I washed it, I can hear his voice. Don't waste water. Every time I shower, I can hear his voice. Don't waste water. And it's not only about water, it's just the reminder of, remember that I am with you always. Always. Whether you're washing some dishes, or whether you're showering, or whether you're in the temple, you're doing puja. And it's not only in the things that I should not do, but in the things that I should do, the nice ones. Also the things that I do right. Of course, it's easier to remember him in the things that you do wrong, because they're bigger traumas in your mind. But if you train yourself a bit, you also remember all the beautiful ones. And how happy he was when you sang that bhajan. How happy he was when you told him, or when you brought a deity for blessing. How happy. I've seen so many times in darshans, when somebody brings a deity and he's so happy, takes a deity, blesses the deity and says, very nice. Where did you get the deity? Oh, so beautiful. So these are all those little moments that help you have Guruji dwell in your mind. And going back to the verse, when Rishabhadeva says that you have to inquire or you have to want to know about the truth about the spirit, then he says, again, so long as actions continue to be performed, the mind remains disposed to activity, and it is due to such a mind that the jiva remains tied to a body. As we know from the Gita, action is inevitable. We have to act. Karma will be created, whether it's pious or a sinful one, whether it's a good or bad karma, that doesn't really matter, because that action will keep bind you to this reality. But what is the Sadguru teaching? What is the Bhagavatam teaching? What is the Bhagavad Gita teaching? What are the great teachings of the great saints and the Sadguru? Use that mind towards the Lord. Redirect it towards God. Redirect it towards the Sadguru. And so I think the great way to get out of this problem of being shackled to this material reality, as Guruji says, it is to focus on God and to take the advice of Guru Arjan Dev in one of the most beautiful Shabads that he wrote, in my opinion. Because he says, with each and every breath, meditate in remembrance on the Lord of the universe, and the anxiety within your mind shall depart. Listen to the teachings of the perfect Guru. See the Supreme Lord God near you. Abandon the waves of fleeting desire and pray for the dust of the feet of the saints. Renounce your selfishness and offer your prayers in the company of the holy. Cross over the ocean of fire. Fill yourself with the wealth of the Lord, and Nanak bows in humility and reverence to the perfect Guru. So you might know this one is Sasa Sasa Simaro Govinda, Mane Antare Ki Uttare Chinda. With each and every breath, you have to focus on God. You have to think about Govinda. Everything in your mind should just focus on Him, on the Lord of the universe. And that anxiety in your mind, that ignorance, all that obscure cloud that clouds our judgment and removes us from the knowledge of who we truly are, will just depart. It will just go away. But to do it, you have to focus your mind with each and every breath, everything that you're doing. We have to dedicate our life to Him. Anxiety will go away, and as Guruji said, we will finally realize how He's always been there, close to us, walking beside us. Jai Gurudev.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Shri Vittala Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha. 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 Oh Lord Vittala, please protect me. Panduranga, ocean of mercy, beloved of the devotee, friend of the unborn. Vittala, Vittala, I surrender to you. Jai Jai Vittala, Panduranga Vittala, 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 Rakhumaya Vittala, Panduranga Vittala, Rakhumaya Vittala, Panduranga Vittala, Rakhumaya Vittala, Panduranga Vittala, Rakhumaya Vittala, Panduranga Vittala. Shri Vittala Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha. 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 Vittala Deva Paimam Panduranga Kripakara. 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 Bajo Bajo Vittala Panduranga Vittala, 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 Rakhumaya Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Rakhumaya Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Rakhumaya Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Rakhumaya Vittala Panduranga Vittala. Bhakta Jana Priya Dina Bandhu Vittala Vittala Sharanam Prabhade. Bhakta Jana Priya Dina Bandhu Vittala Vittala Sharanam Prabhade. Bhakta Jana Priya Dina Bandhu Vittala Vittala Sharanam Prabhade. Bhakta Jana Priya Dina Bandhu Vittala Vittala Sharanam Prabhade. Jai Jai Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Jai Jai Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Jai Jai Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Jai Jai Vittala Panduranga Vittala. Bajo Bajo Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Bajo Bajo Vittala Panduranga Vittala, Bajo Bajo Vittala Shivitaram Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha 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 Bajo Bajo Vitara Panduringa Vitara 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 Jai Jai 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 Vitara Panduringa Vitara Shivitara Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha 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 Jai Jai Vitara Panduringa Vitara 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 Shivitara Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha Shivitara Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha Shivitara Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha Shivitara Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha Jai Jai Vitara Panduringa Vitara 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 Shivitaram Giridhari Parabrahmane Namaha Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Ramanuja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraja Ramanuja Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Yatiraya Karunakaraya Mangala Mangala Me Prabhaji Dharmikarataya Mangala Swami Mrityurma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Prem se bolo Lakshmi Narayan Bhagwan ki Jai. Sri Bhutabhrteshwarnath Bhagwan ki Jai. Sri Radha Krishna Kanilal ki Jai. Mahavatar Kriya Babaji ki Jai. Shri Ramanujacharya ki Jai. Prem se bolo Sadgurudeva Sri Swami Vishwananda Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Om Krishnaya Govindaya Gopijanavalabhaya Paraya Paramapurushaya Parakarma Mantra Yantra Tantra Oshadastra Shastrani Samara Samara Mrityo Mocha Mocha. Om Namo Bhagavate Mahasudarshanaya Dipti Jvara Paritaya Sarvajiksha Paramubhat Prashmai Param Brahmane Param Jyotishe Swaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.